Hi guys. For years, the argument has always been the same. Should I buy a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a gaming PC? A few years ago, I think there were good arguments for every platform. But today, I'm honestly starting to think that if you're buying into a mostly digital future anyway, a gaming PC simply gives you more value, more freedom, and more control over your games than a PlayStation. Now, before anyone gets angry in the comments, this isn't a hate video. I like PlayStation. I've owned PlayStations 1, 2, 3, and 4. But and they've given us some incredible games. But I think the direction console gaming is heading should make every gamer ask one important question. If we're giving up physical media anyway, why not move to a platform that gives us the most freedom? Let's talk about it. For decades, buying a game meant owning something. You bought a disc, you put it on your shelf, and years later you could still play it. But the gaming industry has been steadily moving toward digital only purchases. Whether that's because digital games are cheaper to distribute, more profitable, or easier to manage doesn't really matter. The result is the same. More and more players are buying games they never physically own. If your future game library is going to exist almost entirely of digital licenses, then why lock yourself into a closed ecosystem? One of the biggest strengths of PC gaming is choice. On PlayStation, you're largely tied to Sony's ecosystem. On PC, you have Steam, GOG, the Epic Game Store, Xbox, EA, Ubisoft, Battle.net. If one store has a sale, buy it there. If another offers better prices, use that instead. Nobody tells you where you're allowed to shop. Competition benefits the customer. Now, I already know someone is typing, but what about Xbox? Here's the funny thing. Microsoft has practically answered that question themselves. Their marketing literally says this is an Xbox. Meaning your phone can be an Xbox, your tablet can be an Xbox. And yes, your gaming PC is also an Xbox. Xbox Games Pass works beautifully on PC. Many Xbox games launch on PC on day one. Cross-save and cross-play continue to blur the line between console and PC. So if Xbox itself considers the PC part of its ecosystem, then owning a gaming PC doesn't really mean giving up Xbox anymore. Now, another thing people rarely talk about is online infrastructure. Modern consoles depend heavily on online services, authentication, account verification, digital licenses, cloud features. Sometimes, when those services experience outages, players can temporarily lose access to games or online features, particularly titles that require online features. PC isn't magically immune to server outages. I mean, Steam can have issues. Other launchers can go offline. But because the PC isn't tied to one company's ecosystem, you have options, different launchers, different stores, offline games, alternative software. The platform itself gives you far more flexibility. A console is designed for one purpose. A PC can become almost anything. Need more storage? Install another drive. Need better graphics? Upgrade the graphics card. Need more memory? Add RAM. Need a Blu-ray drive? Install one. Need a DVD writer? Go ahead. Want a CD drive because you still own music? You can do that too. Your computer evolves with you. You're not waiting 6 or 7 years for the next console generation. You improve it whenever you choose. Now, here's something people don't think about enough. Imagine a future where consoles stop supporting physical movie discs altogether. No DVDs, no Blu-rays, only digital purchases and streaming. What happens to the hundreds of movies sitting in your shelves? On a PC? Nothing. Install a Blu-ray drive, install playback software, watch your movies, watch your TV shows, rip your own legally owned media where your local laws allow. Your physical collection continues to have value. You're not dependent on whether a console manufacturer decides physical media is no longer important. Now, some people say, yeah, but PCs are meant to be used on a desk. That literally isn't true anymore. Modern PCs connect to TVs with HDMI. Many can stream wirelessly to compatible smart TVs. Steam has big picture mode. There are technologies like Steam Link and other streaming solutions that let you enjoy your games from the couch. So, if your concern is I want to play or watch movies on my big television, you absolutely can. Your PC doesn't have to stay in a little office. It can become your living room entertainment system. Now, another advantage is that a PC is simply a PC. You aren't limited to whatever apps the console manufacturer decides to support. You can browse the web, you can watch YouTube, watch Twitch, listen to music, read articles, use Discord, edit photos, edit videos, do schoolwork, work from home. And yes, because it's an open computer, you can access websites across the internet, including sites that may host unauthorized content. Of course, accessing copyrighted material without permission may be illegal depending on your country's laws, and I don't recommend doing that. But the important point is freedom. A PC isn't limited by the software decisions of a console manufacturer. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: emulation. A gaming PC is capable of emulating many older systems: PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, Game Boy, and many others. Now, let's be very clear. The legal situation surrounding emulation depends on how it's used. The emulator software itself is often legal. The games and firmware are where copyright issues usually come into play. So I'm not encouraging piracy. I'm not telling anyone to download games they don't own. But what I am saying is that emulation has become an important tool for game preservation. Many classic games are no longer sold. Some hardware has become rare. Some titles are effectively abandonware by their original publishers. Without preservation efforts, entire parts of gaming history risks disappearing. Whether you agree with emulation or not, it remains something that only the PC ecosystem truly excels at. So why buy a console? That's the question I keep coming back to. If games are increasingly digital, if Xbox already treats PC as part of its ecosystem, and if PC can be upgraded forever, if they can play movies, browse the web, work, create, emulate older software for preservation, connect to your television, and still play modern AAA games, what exactly are we giving up? For me, the answer is becoming smaller every year. Again, this isn't about hating PlayStation, it's about asking whether closed gaming ecosystems still make sense in a world that's becoming increasingly digital. Personally, I think the gaming PC has become the best all-around gaming platform available today. But that's just my opinion. So now I want to hear yours. Do you still think consoles are the better choice? Or do you think the future belongs to the PC? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.